I've spent a lot of time observing how people live and how they die. I've seen thousands of funerals, but I have yet to see a hearse pulling a U-Haul trailer. It sounds like a joke, but most of you are living your lives as if you're the first person in history who's going to take a Tesla and a mortgage to the grave. You're trading 60 hours a week, the best years of your health, to accumulate stuff that will be a burden to your kids exactly 15 minutes after your heart stops. Today, we aren't talking about saving pennies on lattes. That's amateur hour. We're going to talk about why the modern middle class is a voluntary slave plantation, and how John D. Rockefeller, the wealthiest man to ever walk this earth, found the exit door. By the end of this video, you'll realize it's not about your salary, it's about who actually owns your soul. In this, we don't have a wealth problem, we have a status problem. We live in an era of performative prosperity. We buy things we don't need, with money we don't have, to impress people we don't even like. Here's the trap: lifestyle creep. Every time you get a 10% raise, you find a way to increase your expenses by 12%. You aren't buying a luxury car, you're buying an obligation to show up at a job you hate. For the next 60 months, you are literally selling your future Mondays for the smell of new leather. Wealthy people own assets. The fake rich own liabilities that look like assets. Your primary residence. If it takes money out of your pocket every month, it's a liability. Your car, a depreciating rock. If your wealth requires you to keep running on a treadmill just to stay still, you aren't rich. You're just a high-end tenant of your own life. Now, let's trigger some people. We were told that the two-income household was the ultimate path to freedom. It was a lie. It's the two-income trap. In the 70s, one median income could support a family of 4. Today, 2 professionals can barely afford a starter home in a zip code with a decent school. Why? Because the system is efficient. As soon as the workforce doubled, the price of the entry ticket to the middle class doubled with it. You're running twice as fast, but your safety net is gone. If one of you gets sick or the company downsizes, the whole house of cards collapses in 30 days. You've traded your domestic peace for a fragile, high-stress survival. You aren't getting ahead, you're just funding a system that priced you out the moment you walked in. John D. Rockefeller understood something 100 years ago that most millionaires next door still don't get. His mantra: own nothing, but control everything. Why own a house in your own name? So a lawyer can take it in a lawsuit. So the government can track every penny? No. Rockefeller used trusts and entities. He became a financial ghost. When you move from consumer to architect, you stop hoarding things in your personal name. You start building a structure. A trust doesn't die. A trust doesn't get divorced. A trust doesn't get sued for a car accident. By separating your identity from your capital, you gain the ultimate power, privacy and protection. Rockefeller knew that $100,000 inside a protected structure is worth more than $1,000. Zero in a personal bank account with a target on it. It's time to stop trying to look rich and start trying to be invisible. I want to tell you about Jack. Jack was a guy who wanted to grind for just 5 more years. He had his life planned out. He was going to travel, see the world, and finally play with his grandkids later. But life didn't check Jack's calendar. He died with a perfect credit score and a calendar full of meetings he'll never attend. Don't be Jack. Money is just a tool to buy time. If your money isn't buying you free hours to sit in silence or to watch your kids grow, then you have bad money. Your primary currency isn't the dollar, it's your attention. You just gave me 15 minutes of it. Don't waste the next 15. Spend them deciding what you can cut, what you can protect, and how you can stop being a hostage to a lifestyle you don't even enjoy. The clock is ticking. Wake up.